last week at Talledega. We have come to the second elimination race of the playoffs. This week, we're going to be in Charlotte on the Roval, the road course. My name is Dan. This is my son, Nick. I'm at home. He's away at college. This is how we enjoy the NASCAR season together. How you doing today, Nick?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Good. I thought it was a good race at Talledega. It was nice that half the field wasn't wrecked. And for the first out of 5 weeks of the playoffs, we had a playoff driver that won the playoff race, Chase Elliott. Did you see that ending?
Yeah, I saw that ending. It was nice watching the race to see the different strategies playing out, like Logano waiting for the big wreck that never came. But the race off at the end was nice to watch.
And you know, Elliott wasn't there until the very end, and that's probably the way he was planning it. So good job by Elliott. It was a nice, close finish. Nick, your winning pick last week was Christopher Bell. Just didn't quite get up there. He finished 17th. My winning pick was Ryan Blaney. He was right there. He almost won. He finished second. Our consensus number 3 pick was Chastain, which was a good pick. He was right up there at the end. He finished 4th. Nick, your non-playoff sleeper pick was Truex last week. He finished 26th. I don't know.
Nothing from him.
My non-playoff sleeper pick was Eric Jones. He finished 6th. The only non-playoff driver better than Eric Jones last week was Michael McDowell. Nick, you had a couple of duds there with Toyotas.
Yeah.
What's up with the Toyotas, really?
I mean, it just was not working out for them at all. So I don't know what to say for that.
They don't have the greatest record this season on the road courses either.
That's something to take into account when picking for that.
So our playoff leader is now Chase Elliott. And of course, he is locked in to the next round no matter what happens because he has the win. Alex Bowman is in 12th. He is not going to be racing, so Alex Bowman will be eliminated. There will be 3 other drivers that will join him after the Roval in elimination. Christopher Bell. Okay, well, before we get to that, we should mention that William Byron got his points back. So William Byron went from being below the cut line now to being in 7th place, and he is 14 points above the cut line. That can't be the greatest news for Chase Briscoe, Austin Cindric, and Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell is 45 points out now. I think we're looking at it's a must-win.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
There's almost no way that he could advance without winning the race. And then Briscoe and Cindric are tied for 9th place. They are both 12 points below the cut line. Then we have relatively safe, relatively. Ryan Blaney is 2nd place, 32 above. Ross Chastain is 3rd. Denny Hamlin is 4th. Larson and Logano are tied for 5th, and they are 18 points above the cut line. Not really a comfortable position. Then you have Byron, 14 above, Suarez, 12 points above the cut line. This week, you have kind of 2 ends of the spectrum. You have Elliott, who is locked in. You have Christopher Bell, who is win the race or go home. In between all of that, what do you think these guys are going to do? Are they going to sell out for stage points at the expense of track position?
I think so. From Talladega, especially, the big guys were going for the stage points, and then they ended up finishing in the teens, some of them. So I feel like stage points would matter more.
Then you're going to have a few non-playoff drivers. They don't care about points at this stage. So they're going to be going for it. Drivers like Reddick, who has been excellent on road courses this season. And then drivers like McDowell, who are good on road courses. And man, McDowell has
He's been
been
good in
good.
general. Yeah.
He's been good everywhere, just about. So at the Charlotte Road Course last season, Kyle Larson was the winner. Tyler Reddick came in second. If you look at road courses this season, looking at average finishes on road courses and taking away for when they had trouble due to a wreck, actually Larson and Reddick, by my ratings, are the best on road courses this season. So I think both of those guys will be strong. I think Reddick is going to go for the win. Larson might be one of those guys that's playing it a little bit safe. Also good on road courses this season, Chase Elliott, Ross Chastain, Austin Cindric, Michael McDowell. We've got Allmendinger coming in for this race. So what's going to happen here? What do you think about this Roval?
I think it's pretty clear cut for playoff drivers who is going to do really well and who's just going to go for the stage points. In my opinion, like you said, like Elliott probably going for it, but people like Larson, 18 above, maybe more reserved, but still, if he's there at the end, he's going to go for it.
Yeah, you know, some of those guys, if they can collect the stage points in stage one and you know, they get their 8 or 9 or something like that there, then maybe they don't sell out at the end of the second stage and they try to get that track position and go for the win.
Yeah.
So in addition to Bowman, there are going to be 3 drivers eliminated after this race. Nick, do you think that any one of Bell, Briscoe, and Cindric can get up above the cut line?
Yeah. I think that Cindric definitely could. And Bell, it's always possible with a win. Less likely. And then I don't think Briscoe is going to do it.
Briscoe hasn't been terrible on the road courses, although his final results may not show it. Let's see. Briscoe finished 6th at COTA. He was 17th at Sonoma, 6th at Road America, 9th at Watkins Glen, 26th at Indianapolis. So not terrible results.
No. I just don't know. I don't know with Briscoe. It really is all about those stage points. Like it'll be pretty clear after the first stage even what it's shaping up to be.
Okay, then let's do a little bit of a comparison. By comparison, Daniel Suarez, he was 24th at COTA. He won at Sonoma, 5th at Road America, 5th at Watkins Glen, 28th at Indianapolis. What about Suarez?
I like Suarez. I think he can keep going. Those stats, they're a little, 20th and then win and 5th, but still I think Suarez will have it for this race.
Okay, so then who are the 3 drivers that you believe will not make it?
I don't think Briscoe will make it. I'm going to say right now that Bell doesn't make it. I don't think he's going to be able to win.
So
I think he'll go.
So I guess there's not a 3rd week in a row you're going to pick Christopher Bell as the winner.
Not this time. I was giving him chances, and it hasn't shaped up that way, and I don't see him winning. I don't see him winning this one. So
okay, so who's the 3rd?
The 3rd, even though he got his appeal, William Byron is going to be eliminated.
Now, do you think this will be because he just doesn't do that well, or do you think that there's going to be an outside factor that causes this?
Well, there's a certain driver, number 11, might have something to say about it. He also isn't great at road courses, but I don't think William Byron is going to finish this race. Byron has no top 5s and 6 top 10s and 20 career road course starts. That's a broad statistic, but
if he can get a top 10, he's probably good.
Now that he's above, if he didn't get the appeal, I'd still say he's out, but I'd say he's even more out.
So I was just thinking about who I was going to say are the 3 to be eliminated, and I've realized I don't think I can say. And you're going to see why in just a minute. But let's go ahead for our winner picks. Who do you think, Nick, is your best winner for this race?
I was leaning towards Chastain, but I'm going to go with Kyle Larson.
Okay.
I think Kyle Larson in the end will win this race.
So you think he probably would be one of those, he might feel good about getting some stage points early, and then he's going to go for it.
That's what I feel like he'd do.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take the baton from you, Nick, and I'm going to go Christopher Bell to win this race. I think you and I both believe in him. It just did not work out the last couple of weeks. I think he's going to be able to take that desperation and really make something of it this week. I like Christopher Bell to win. Now, if that's the case, it's very difficult for me to say, well, who is going to be eliminated? I also think Cindric is going to be strong. I think Briscoe will be strong. So I'm not going to say who my 3 eliminated are, but I'm going to predict that all 3 of them are currently above the cut line. And I think Bell and Cindric and Briscoe will all advance. We'll see. So we've got Larson, we've got Bell. Who is our consensus number 3 best finisher?
Okay, I'm going to vouch for this guy, Austin Cindric. He has 8 Cup road course starts. 2 of them are top 5 finishes, and 5 of them are top 10 finishes. If there's a time for him to finish top 5 or 10, it'll be now, and I'm not worried about him being eliminated.
I can't argue with that.
Okay, I feel like that is a very safe pick compared to picking Hamlin or like Logano. Maybe that's a top 10, but Cindric I feel will be right there.
Okay, then how about your best non-playoff finisher for this race?
You were saying the stats, and he's been on fire. I think Tyler Reddick also will be right there at the end, just like he was last time. Yeah.
He very well could win. I imagine he'll be selling out to win. And then I'm going to go with a guy who was the only one better than Eric Jones last week, non-playoff. And if this guy was in the playoffs, he'd be near the lead. It's Michael McDowell. He's a proven road course racer. So I like his chances. I like his chances even to win this race.
I know. I would believe that too. He's been very, very consistent, and you're right, proven on road courses.
And did you see that Allmendinger is going to be full-time Cup next year?
Oh, I saw that. I like Allmendinger, so
Allmendinger and Haley will be full-time teammates. But enjoy the race this weekend, everyone, and we'll see you next time.